The season started with 3 kids who were playing superheroes. There were 2 sisters and a friend of theirs. The girl's name was Chloe. In the game, Chloe was holding her while her brother and friend were running away. But then suddenly, Chloe and her friends started fighting. Because of this, Chloe got so angry that she screamed loudly. Her doing this started becoming a strange wave, because of which her brother and friend fell very far. While Chloe's eyes started shining, just like a superhero, her friend ran away from there, while Chloe's brother hugged her to save her. Meanwhile, her dad, Sheldon, also came there flying. That means he was also a superhero. Because of this, we understood that this is a family of superheroes. Sheldon started explaining to his son, Chloe, that you should not use your powers to hurt anyone, and learn to control your anger. Anyway, forget this. Let's go and eat ice cream. With this, there was the sound of a siren. Sheldon understood that a villain had come to the city, because of which people's lives are in danger. They need help, so he left his children and flew away from there, to help people. Time passed, and Sheldon's son had grown up and had now become a superhero. When he heard the sound of bullets, he wore his superhero suit, and then he flew away from there to help people. As soon as he reached there, he hit the ground hard. Because of his powers, the whole ground shook, because of which the cars standing there also started shaking hard. Here he faced a supervillain, which both started fighting each other. They were picking each other up and hitting each other, but then the supervillain started attacking him. He picked up Sheldon's son and hit him hard, with which he collided with the wall, and the whole wall broke. He started attacking again, but Sheldon stopped his attack there, after which he drove the villain away from there, and started scolding his son, that you shouldn't have fought without a team. Sheldon came home and was talking to his wife, because of which we came to know that Chloe is very angry with him. That's why she rarely meets him. Sheldon tells his wife, like every father, I also have the same dream, that my son should take my place, but now it will take a lot of time for him to come to my place, because I have seen that he is not doing his work properly. His son was secretly listening to this. He gets very sad. That's when his uncle came to him. That means Sheldon's brother. So he asks, tell me, uncle, how did my dad's youth pass? Then uncle tells me that before becoming a superhero, your dad, Sheldon, used to run a mill with his dad, but because of some of Sheldon's mistakes, there was a loss in the business, so our dad decided to close the mill. But Sheldon was worried that if the mill is closed, then how will our workers earn money? They will starve to death. So he stopped the mill and continued it, but there was no further loss, because of which our dad was worried. He jumped off the roof and took his life. When she was eating all this food at night, that's when Chloe also came here, but because she does not get along with her dad, so because of arguing with him, she got up and left from there. Her brother went behind, makes him understand, and was telling him to come back home. But in anger, Chloe tells him that in childhood, when we needed dad, so he never spent time with us. In fact, he was always helping people, so if he did not stay with us in childhood, then, still, I do not want his company. Sheldon's son found out about the supervillain Black Star. That's why he wears a suit, takes his superhero friends, and goes to face him, where everyone was using their own powers, fighting with the Black Star. Black Star was also very powerful. Light was coming out of him, because of everyone's attack. When he became weak, then Sheldon's son comes, and hits him hard, due to which his life is lost. But seeing this, Sheldon started getting angry at him. By killing him, his son broke the rule. The rule was that no superhero will kill anyone. But then he found out that Black Star is alive, and just now, the one who was killed by Sheldon's son, that was a fake Black Star, whom he killed by deceit. Then Black Star tells him, someone made my disguise, and fooled you, people. Along with this, he started telling Sheldon that your son killed him, because he broke the rule, so he should be punished. Sheldon came home and started explaining things to his son, that you have done wrong, he should not have killed him, on which his son says that it was necessary to kill him. If I had not killed him, then he would have killed me, and my friends, and later, everyone. Now we see Sheldon's past. That is the past, where the news of his business failing was also published in the newspaper. Whose fault? Sheldon was being blamed. This is the reason that he used to be worried all the time. That is why, when his dead father's funeral, that was when he was being buried, then, while giving speeches to people, he falls unconscious. Now we see the present time. That is the present time. where some superheroes we were fighting with the supervillain Black Star. By using his power on a superhero, Black Star kills him, after which, when the superhero's funeral took place, then, even after Sheldon's request, Chloe did not go in it. That is why his son had to go, where a police officer encouraging him further, says, "Well done, son, you did a very good job by killing that supervillain. I think all the supervillains should be killed." Hearing this, Sheldon got angry. He comes home and tells his wife that everyone is going against my principles. Everyone is saying that by killing the fake Black Star, our son did the right thing. As far as I am concerned, he has done wrong. Hearing this, Sheldon's wife also got angry. She says that everyone is right. He did the right thing by killing the supervillain. If he had not killed him, then we would not have been alive today. The supervillain would have killed all of us. Now in the past, we were shown Sheldon again. After his father's death, he fell ill. He was admitted to the hospital. His brother and wife and a friend, George, who was also a doctor, he was taking care of Sheldon. When Sheldon was conscious, he was shown an island in his dream. His father's voice was also heard, who was saying that, "Go to this place, and save your country and people." In the present, we see Sheldon's friend. We see George's son. When he went to steal, two strange men came there. That's why, without stealing, he disappeared from that place, and came back to his place. In the past, Sheldon's brother came to his friend George, because he was also a doctor. Sheldon's brother tells him Sheldon's mental condition is getting worse. He has also stopped eating and drinking. He is always intoxicated, because of which people are saying bad things about him. They are making up stories. Actually, Sheldon was very sad about his father's death. He was also calling himself responsible. When John went to meet Sheldon, he sees that he is completely intoxicated. He has also made a painting. Along with that, he often hears his dad's voice. George keeps that painting with him, but when he searches for it, then he does not get anything. He again came to meet Sheldon, where he was absolutely fine. That's why George asks him about the painting. Then Sheldon had something to say. "Yes, I made it, but now you burn it." George says to him, "That's okay, I'll burn it. But according to me, there is something special about that painting. You've seen it once." Now, when Sheldon sees the painting, then he does not understand anything. But then his dad's voice begins to be heard. Along with that, some strange thoughts were also coming, afraid of which, he runs away from there. His health was bad again. Sheldon's brother, George, was responsible for all this. That is now his condition, is because of you. Okay, he was fine. You showed him the painting, so his condition became like this again. When Chloe was going in the present, then a truck comes and hits him hard, which was George's son, and his friends. When they see that she is Sheldon's daughter, then they started fighting with him. Then she used her superhero powers, kills him one by one. She was picking up and throwing someone on the ground, and throwing someone into the sky, after which, she runs away with his bag, who was intoxicated. Now George's son was at someone's house, because two men had kidnapped him, who was telling him that you stop stealing, but instead of listening to them, by attacking both with his device, he kills them badly. Then he came and started making another device. He had kept his dad's. George's picture is nearby. When Chloe was at a party, then a boy came and started troubling her, because he was also a superhero, on which Chloe kills him badly and throws him away. After seeing all this, a superhero came, who stopped everything and took Chloe with him. They spend the night together. The next morning, that boy started telling Chloe that you recommend me to your dad, which she got angry. That means, he has brought me here to use me. She kills him badly and throws him away. He went and collided with the wall. He falls down with the wall. Now Chloe goes for an ad commercial shooting, but even there she couldn't control her anger. She picks up a car and throws it away. Because of her behavior, she is thrown out of the ad. Chloe comes home. She takes the same drug, which she ran away with. It was George's son. After which, in a state of intoxication, she calls her friends and invites them to the party. In Sheldon's past, he was going somewhere on a deserted road. On the way, he takes a lift from a man, and shows him his painting, and asks about a man, but that man doesn't know anything. A girl tells Sheldon that man lives out of here, and when Sheldon moved forward, then she saw everything, which he sees in his thoughts, and then finally, He meets that man. Sheldon tells him, "I have seen you in my dreams, many times," which the man had to say, "that you are not the first person to see this dream, but before you many people have seen this dream." Sheldon was talking to the man. That's when she sees her dad's soul again, which she ignored. That man says that whatever you see, it's all a lie. Don't pay attention to it. Forget everything. Saying this, he shoots himself with his gun, and kills himself, which hurt Sheldon a lot. Then, when she checked the basement here, she saw all those corpses. As soon as he came to the basement, she saw her dad again. Along with that, she started thinking a lot. She saw her dad's watch, which makes Sheldon unconscious. Then the next day her brother comes there, and takes Sheldon back home. At present, there was a party at a boy's house. As soon as the party ended, she took all the remaining drugs, which made her so sick that she falls there. Then George's son came there. He was quite shocked to see that he has taken all the drugs together. Sheldon was quite worried that my son broke the rules and killed the fake Black Star. That's why, he tells his son, that we are checking the Black Star's corpse medically. Whatever it is, you will also see. But because of this, Sheldon's wife got angry. She tells him, "How can you do this? Our son is also a human. He has made a mistake. Stop it." There is no way to correct him by showing the torn corpse. Now he will do wrong. In the past, Sheldon took his dad's watch, which he had seen in his thoughts. He goes and takes it out of his dad's grave. Sheldon tells George about all the things happening with him, and tells him to come with him. George agreed to come with him. Then later, these two Sheldon's wife, and also convinced his brother, to go to that island, where Sheldon's dad wanted to make a team and go, in the present, to check medically in the lab. The fake Black Star's corpse was brought in, where Sheldon's son was quite sad. He was sad that a murder has happened at my hands, which everyone explains to him. "That's good, that you killed him. He was very dangerous. If you didn't kill him, then he would have killed us all." Now when he cuts his corpse, then a big ball of iron comes out from inside. When he opened it, there was a watch inside. On seeing Sheldon's brother started telling him that this is George's work, because only he can make such watches, so go and catch him. Ask him why he made this fake Black Star. So that's why Sheldon went to his son and started asking about George, which his son started saying that when I was 15 years old, then I met my dad for the last time. I don't know where he is now. When George's name is found, Sheldon's brother says that I want to go into this fake Black Star's mind and find out that's who made this. Sheldon's wife prevents him from doing this. Chloe was with George's son because they were in a relationship. Sheldon was very worried about his principles. If any principle is wrong, whether all my principles are right or not. In the past, Sheldon had convinced the captain of the ship to take him with him, because he had seen this captain in his own thoughts. First the captain refused, but when Sheldon says that takes the money and come with us, so this time he agreed to take him there. Now whatever Sheldon had in his mind, it was all fulfilled, except for one man. According to Sheldon, one man was less. In the present, superheroes and supervillains were fighting, in which a superhero is killed. Now when a superhero starts killing a supervillain, then Sheldon's wife comes in between and stops him, and she found out that my son, Chloe, is in the hospital because of taking drugs, so she went to meet him in the hospital, where she found out that Chloe and George's son have formed a relationship. That's why she goes to Chloe to break her relationship with him, because he is George's son, which can't be trusted. But Chloe doesn't listen to him, and instead says bad things to her mom, and throws her out of their justice office, where justice is decided. Sheldon's wife comes there and meets an officer. She says that today a superhero was going to kill a supervillain. I came in between them and stopped him, which the officer said that it is better to kill the supervillains, because now they are killing all the superheroes. Then it was found out that is in another place in the city, a supervillain has attacked. As soon as she found out, Sheldon's wife immediately went there. She found out that's the supervillain is inside the building, who is a superhero girl, is trying to kill. As soon as she came in, she saw that's the supervillain has killed the superhero girl. As soon as she saw, she was sad and angry too. That's why she started killing the supervillain badly. Before she dies, Sheldon's wife controls her anger, and catches her alive. When she came home, and told this to Sheldon, then he was sad and went out. He started remembering his past again. Where is Sheldon? A lot of people were going on that ship. Sheldon was looking very angry. Seeing his behavior, his wife felt weird. That's why she goes and checks his stuff, in which she finds Sheldon's dad's watch, which was buried with him. About this, George also came to know, so he asks Sheldon about this. Before Sheldon could tell him anything, he heard someone drowning in the sea. He came out quickly and saves that man from drowning. This man was the one who Sheldon saw in his thoughts, was the last man, and now all those people were complete, who used to see Sheldon in their thoughts. That man comes to his senses, and told me that when we were on the ship, there was a big storm. Now he was saying this, that there is a storm in the sea, because of which the captain started to turn the ship back. But Sheldon, I told him not to do this, and told him to move the ship forward. But when the captain didn't listen to him, then Sheldon put a gun on him, which the captain has to listen to him. In the meantime, the storm was lost, suddenly disappeared. The weather was also clear, and these people started moving forward, where they started seeing that island. In the present, Sheldon's brother was insisting again and again, I want to go into the mind of a fake black star, but everyone was telling him not to do this, because this way, you can lose your life. But he was insisting again and again, so everyone had to agree. Sheldon's wife started telling him that if you want to go into his mind, then call your son, because he is very good at this job. He will send you easily in the mind. That's why he disappeared here, and reached his son, telling him his plan, asking for help, but he was afraid, talking very rudely, asking for money in return for this job. Sheldon got angry with his wife. She tells him that today, because of your principles, another superhero was killed. You should think whether your principles are right or not. Sheldon's brother brought his son from there, who with his powers started sending his dad in the mind of a fake black star. But by doing this, Sheldon's brother started getting sick, because half of the fake black star's mind was spoiled. In the past, they had come to the island. He got off the ship and started checking the whole island, but he saw only the desert there, because of which he was disappointed. He started coming back to the ship, but then a lot of trees come in front of him, because of which, instead of going back, he has to go ahead. But when he went ahead, a very big storm came, in which all of them had come, but on Sheldon's request, holding each other's hands, came out of the storm. After coming to the side, Sheldon's brother started getting angry with him, says that you had to suffer the consequences of your wrong decisions. First of all, because of your wrong decisions, the business sank, then Dad was killed, and today, we are stuck here, just because of you. He goes ahead and sees that there are a lot of people's skeletons lying here, because of which everyone was very scared, and moreover, the way ahead was also over. When he saw, they got so angry that they started fighting among themselves. Sheldon's wife, stopping all of them, says, look at the corpses carefully. Someone has an arrow inside, someone has a rod inside, which meant that all of them died, not because of coming here, but because of fighting among themselves, which everyone understood. That this means, this island is making us fight each other. Maybe it is testing us, so now we have to live together, and should work, after which they get together, and start trying to get out of there. As soon as everyone puts their hands on a wall, there is a way with a lot of light, which takes them to Jupiter, which was a planet, takes them to that. After reaching Jupiter, they started seeing all those people who are dead, in which Sheldon's dad was also included. He tells all of them that you have endured that pain in life. In front of every pain and trouble on your way, you stood bravely, you fought them. That's why today some powers are being given to you, which is your reward, of which you are worthy. Now a ship is present in the sea. People see a very unique and magical view on the island, because there was bright light everywhere. With this, they see Sheldon and his companions in a suit of superheroes in the sky. That means, here they have the powers of superheroes. In the present, when the real Black Star was in jail, then the door of his jail opened on its own, where Sheldon's brother, because of going into the mind of the fake Black Star, his health was very bad. He started seeing strange things, which he sees. He keeps screaming. Sheldon tells his son, George was my old companion and friend, but he did not believe in my principles. That's why, when he broke the principle, then he was removed from our group. where later, he became a superhero. Then a girl comes and tells him that's the real Black Star, has become free from jail. After hearing this, Sheldon and his son quickly went to stop him, but there, Black Star caught Sheldon's son, and he started telling Sheldon that if you want to save your son, then break the principles. Black Star, that means, I have to die. After hearing this, Sheldon was thinking, why is he breaking my principles? Why is he telling him to kill himself? But now he has to break his principles. That means, there was no other way to kill him. That's why, he used his full strength, and started fighting with the Black Star, and was beating him a lot. Black Star was still holding his son, before Sheldon killed him, and broke the rules. There's a superhero, and attacks the Black Star, and saves Sheldon's son. But Black Star was not a small villain. He turns and attacks heavily, because of which Sheldon gets hurt a lot. After seeing his dad's condition, Sheldon's son also started getting angry at him. That's why he beats Black Star a lot, but instead of killing him, he just goes from there by making him unconscious. Chloe sees her friend George's son going somewhere and asks him, "Where are you going?" Jason says, "Because you are Sheldon's daughter, my dad's enemy, so I can't tell you my plan, because I don't trust you right now." George's son, after meeting his friends, when he was coming back, then suddenly some guards appeared, start beating him. That was a lot of people. That's why they were hitting him a lot. Before they kill him, Chloe came there to help him. As soon as she came, she started hitting the guards and was throwing them, by breaking the cheesy walls, they were falling far away. And like this, everyone got crowded. And now, this way, George's son started trusting Chloe. So now, he tells her his plan. He shows her a machine, which he made himself, to find his dad.